and gentlemen, and welcome to the Real Chat Daddy Show. The Tuesday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. So glad to be back with you guys tonight. We apologize about our delay. Just as we were logging on, my system needed to be rebooted so that we would not have a dicey or choppy show. I logged out, logged back in, and here we are. We're glad to be with you guys. This is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Tomorrow is Black Wednesday. A lot of people don't know what Black Wednesday is all about, but I'll tell you about that in a little bit. Thursday is Thanksgiving. Friday is Black Friday, and Saturday is Shop Small Business. Well, tonight we have another great show planned for your viewing and listening pleasure. This evening. Tonight, we're talking all things Thanksgiving. We're talking all things gratitude. And to help me get through this wonderful conversation is my girl, the one and only Miss K. Renee of Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge.com. Good evening, K. Renee. How are you? And happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
Good evening, Chat Daddy. Good evening to our listening audience. Doing fine. I can't believe we are in the third Tuesday of November. I mean, I was talking with you in the green room. This year has just flown by. In less than close to 40 days, 2022 will come to an end.
Yes, it will. And what a year it has been. As I always say, I'm so appreciative to you for helping me to get through the show. It was nightly, then we went down a few nights. Now we're once a week, but I just appreciate you. So in this moment of gratitude, I just want to say thank you again for all that you do. And I really know, I cannot believe the year is almost over. The hawk has set in. Thank goodness today was a beautiful day here in Chicago. It's supposed to be really nice throughout the weekend. But when I say to you, it was cold last week, if that's just a taste of what we're in store for this winter, it's going to be a brutal winter. What do you think?
Well, talk about gratitude. Let's be grateful we're not in Buffalo, New York, because in Buffalo, New York, they did not have inches, y'all. They had feet, not feet.
Feet. Love feet. Right. Love feet. Right. Love feet. Yeah.
In the tune of 7 feet of snow.
Yes.
See the images in upstate New York. There was one video of which a family was trying to open the garage and it was consumed. It was filled to the brim, as they say, with there's that coffee commercial, filled to the rim with brim.
Yes.
It was filled to the rim with snow.
Yes,
and
it was.
It reminded me of the snowstorm of 79.
Wow. Now, do you actually remember the snowstorm of 79?
I do.
Okay, now see, I don't remember. I
remember it.
Do you? Okay, all right.
I remember it well, was in Catholic grammar school. Couldn't open the door because we were snowed in. Of course, everybody is like, oh, this is fine. Like hell, because my dad worked for the post office. He was mad because he had to be there. My mom was a teacher. She was cool with it, but dad was like, God dog, I got to go to work.
Right.
Yes, I feel for the citizens in Buffalo and upstate New York. We are sending you lots of love and some heat so that snow can melt slowly, because you don't want that snow to melt too quickly.
No, because you'll have a catastrophe then as well too.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you're right. If last week is any indicator of what we're to come, I'm just putting it out there in the universe now. I need a cuddle buddy with money. Understand? There's some
you need a what now? Now let me be clear. You need a cuddle buddy and with money.
With money. Cuddle buddy with money wanted.
Okay. I could go along with that. But okay, so you've been asking for a cuddle buddy on this show for some time now.
Yes.
We have prayed, we have wished, we have even put money out there on the table for you to get this cuddle buddy. But I'm really confused because if money, okay, so money is his requirement, and then what are the other things? Because
Oh,
you had quite a list. Now you did have a list
okay.
that
Here's the deal. Yes, he has to be financially sound, but he has to have some intelligence.
Okay,
He can't be a stupid cuddle buddy now with money.
okay,
I don't need that. I
okay,
need some intelligence. So not only he has to have money, he has to be a cuddle, because I have to be able to hold him.
yes,
That's a requirement. But cuddle buddy, intelligence, and just be respectful.
okay.
So I don't ask for much, but the fact of the matter is, cuddle buddy season is now upon us.
Okay, it is. It is. And actually, you should have had your applications in a while ago. Really, you should be showing up at the holiday dinner with the cuddle buddy.
Right.
I've seen on social media where a lot of people saying you can rent a boyfriend, and that's where the boyfriend go. You rent somebody, they go with you to the family gathering, they sit with you for 2 hours, they eat a plate. Some of the packages where the guy get to take a plate home. Some of the packages say, hey, the guy will call you bae or boo or whatever. I mean, we could do that. We could make that an early Christmas gift.
I want a cuddle buddy. He'll need to be seeing the family. I have a unique family, right?
Okay, all right.
It's not like we're young. I was married once before. To introducing the family. No. Cuddle buddy with money, intelligence, and respectful. They're the deal breakers. So
okay, all right. I have to go with you on that one. I will go with you on that one because that's the way I feel too. You've got to have a little money to be able to wow me and impress me and show me that you do have some dedication and commitment. So okay, I will agree on that one. Very good. All right. Well, Kay Renee, it is a lot that we have to talk with everybody about tonight. We're 2 days away from Thanksgiving. Even though they've not been discussing COVID much in the news lately, I do know people who are still battling with COVID, people who, have been missing work, things like that. It's not as severe as it has been in the past. But now I'm more worried about the young people because I guess what is this that they're saying that infants and young children, RSV or yes, a respiratory virus, and that right now emergency rooms across the country and pediatric units are actually filled to the brim of children going through upper respiratory problems. I'm wondering how will this affect Thanksgiving gatherings? For a lot of people, this will be the first time you see their great grandbaby, your grandchild, whatever the case may be, and people are coming together in mass quantities for the holiday. What do you think about that?
Not just the COVID has been somewhat manageable, but the uptick in RSV cases and the flu. So you have a triple threat, and it ain't a good thing.
Right.
I was listening to the news earlier this afternoon that not only just young people are at risk, but there are older people who have the flu because you can still die from the flu, right?
Yes,
So
yes, you can.
and if you have a pre-existing condition, I know a few people right now who are kind of just recovering from the flu. And I'm, again, like you, I've taken my flu shot along with my COVID booster. I've already done that. And even though it is interesting, I was out on the weekend, this past weekend up north, and it's great to see people not wearing masks. I still wear my mask. I mean, when I got my nails done, mask was on. When I'm walking, mask on. So only if I feel comfortable I will take off my mask. But people, it's getting the holiday season, everybody wants to get together and hug and all that stuff, but I still do the side eye. I'm like, okay, you been vaccinated, what's going on? Because see, again, I'll tell anyone in a minute, if Kay Renee gets sick, Kay Renee had to take care of Kay Renee. I don't have nobody to say. That's why Cuddle Buddy, is important, right?
Yes, yes.
Cuddle Buddy, you better be vaccinated, otherwise we can't. That's
Cuddle Buddy, you've got to be fully vaccinated and boosted, and you have got to have had your diphtheria shot. You've got to have your flea shots, all of that. Right.
Yes. So no, to answer your question, I am concerned because people still, they tend to get lax. and they
Yes.
get a little bit complacent. So, as our head doctor in chief, who is going to be retiring next month, he did his last
After
press
50
conference.
years. Yes, I was going to talk
50
about Dr.
years.
Anthony Fauci.
Dr.
Yes.
Anthony, our dad,
Yes.
our Dr. Dad is good. He said he wants, people to know him, that he's done the work, and he really, when he puts in his 110%, he gave it all he had. So
Right.
it will be interesting to see after the holiday how people are doing, how people are really doing. To me, that will be the true gauge.
Yes, yes, I agree. I think
Yeah.
this holiday, because I was out today shopping,
Mm-hmm.
and it was so funny. My good friend I was with, she had forgot her mask in one store. And when we came out, I said, you know what? I may be masking back up in these stores
Mm-hmm.
because it was just chaos and pandemonium in a store today. I mean, people moving about, people brushing into you. We were so used to social distancing, people not really up on you. And so I said today that in big settings like that, I probably would put my mask back on again.
And think about this locally. I don't know if you heard, there was a car that just rammed into a local food store, Food for Less. And I mean, can you imagine that? I mean, you're doing your shopping, and here
Wait,
comes a
wait.
car.
No, I didn't hear about that one. I heard
Yeah,
about a car drove into a Walgreens, but I didn't hear about it. When was this?
earlier
Where?
today at Food for Less near Crest Hill. A car just rammed into the store, and a witness who had her grandson said if she had been there 30 seconds later, she'd have been in the direct hit of the car.
Oh my God. No, I didn't hear about that one. I heard about somebody drove into the Walgreens on Rush and somewhere.
Grand. That's the one
Yeah.
in Mag Mile. Yes.
Yes, yes.
I mean, and not just here happening in Chicago. Look what happened in the Apple store in Massachusetts. I'm like,
Yes,
what is
absolutely.
up with these people can't drive? Yeah,
Yes.
everybody.
And they said that he drove through the store.
Right.
Right. And most Apple stores are rather large building
Yeah.
structures. They're not just like a storefront like your beauty or barber shop. They are massive stores. And they said he ended up driving through the entire store. I can only imagine being someplace like that and witnessing something like that.
Amen. I
You know,
just, it just makes you wonder during this pandemic, and we're still going through it. I don't know what's going on people's minds, because it seems like folks is driving bat snick crazy.
yes, yeah, I couldn't agree with you more on that. Speaking of just not knowing what is going on, my heart, my thoughts and prayers just go out to the people of Colorado Springs, Colorado. This
Yes.
past Saturday night, Club Q in Colorado Springs, which is an LGBTQ plus club, they were actually having a Saturday night drag show, which is very popular, I was told, at that club, and that people of all walks of life come out. Actually, the hero was there with his wife, his daughter, and her boyfriend, and they were just going out for a Saturday night activity. Drag shows have now become very mainstream. Everybody likes to go see them, that type of thing. And to have that type of tragedy to happen, and then for it to have been a 22-year-old young man, who I find it awfully strange that they've not revealed who he really is or said much about him. But I understand that he has political ties, that one of his relatives is a longtime Republican leader. Am I right or wrong? Okay, Renee, help me with that.
Well, here's the deal. First of all, there's some heroes. You mentioned about
Yes,
former Army major. He was a major, Richard Fierro. Never
yes,
thought his skills would come to play, because he's battled, y'all. And when he saw this gentleman who has a different name, right, start shooting, he went immediately into action, knocked him down, hit him with the gun, and one of the performers, he told him, look, start stomping. And
right,
she was stomping with the high heels. And
right,
so, but unfortunately, as he said, he's been interviewed several times today. He said, my family was right there in that show, but his daughter's boyfriend was one of the 5 victims that was killed. And here's the thing that really pisses me off, Art. This little boy, because he's only 22, he was in jail before because he tried to bomb his mother.
Right.
And because the mother did not want to press charges, they sealed his case.
That's what Betty is asking that question. Is that why his case in Texas was
That's
sealed?
exactly why. Because he tried to bomb his mom. She wouldn't press charges. So because Colorado has that law that if a charge has been dropped, they seal your record. I'm like, I don't see that happening in Illinois.
Me neither. And it should not happen there either.
Right. So, to me, and here's the deal. They wanted to he's not in jail right now. He's still in the hospital because of the beatdown he got from former Major Fierro. I don't know. They announced the young lady who did some stomping, and there was another gentleman that they really thinking saved more lives.
Yes, yes. And I'm so disheartened. Two bartenders, pedestrians, people of all ages, backgrounds that were killed, the number of people who were hurt. And I was told that in the 20 plus years of business that club has been in business, that it has always been just a respectful, fun place, that the police has probably only been called there a handful of times. And it's just sad that, people cannot live their lives and be who they want to be. And again, we saw this in Florida. We've seen this before. It also is disheartening to me that this would happen on the heels of the day of remembrance for transgender women. Chicago has had the most transgender women to be killed than any other place in the United States. And it's really, it's sad that this is going on in the day and age in which we live in, that people cannot really live and be who they want to be,
And the gentleman, or I should say that loosely because he's not a gentleman, Anderson Lee Aldrich, we won't forget you. And I hope if Colorado has a death penalty, they need to enact it now with that little boy.
That's right. Because really,
he knew damn well what he was doing. And as you said, people just go in there. Even the former Major Fierro said they were there to support a loved one who was performing, and then this had to happen.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone as we are in this season of gratitude. Just tell your loved ones how much you love and appreciate them. Just let people know that you're here for them. Anybody that you come in contact with on a daily basis, just tell people, I appreciate you. Thank you. Love you. All of that. So yes, again, just a tragic
and mean it. Here's the thing. Just don't just say it.
Right.
Mean it.
Be
authentic when you speak. Because you can say anything, but when you truly mean it from your heart, they can feel that. So it's not just enough to just say it, but really mean it. And if you've broken bonds with people that you care about, mend those fences, because time is short. I mean, you give people the roses while they're here. Because, ladies and gentlemen, life is not promised.
No, it is not. It is not. Nor is it a crystal stair.
No. Amen to that.
Amen to that. All right. What else we got to talk about in the news tonight?
Well, it seems like reality is these reality stars are going about to be in the big house, and I don't mean the White House.
In the perky.
Right.
Well, they're gonna go to the perky.
For those who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sure you've seen the reality TV series Chrisley Knows Best. Well, apparently the premier stars, who are a married couple, Todd and Julie Chrisley, they don't know best because now they've been sentenced for fraud and tax crime convictions. They've been going through a trial earlier this year, and now the verdict has been rendered, and they're going to jail for a total of 19 years for tax evasion. Now, here's a funny part. These two individuals going to jail for tax evasion. Well, we had a twice impeached president who we know had been evading taxes. He's still out there, which I hope his karma is coming. But getting back to Julie and Todd, Todd Chrisley was sentenced to 12 years in prison with 3 years of supervised release, and his wife Julie was sentenced to 7 and with 3 years of supervised release. So, but they've just had some unfortunate luck because their youngest son, Grayson, just was in a car accident
Yes,
recently.
I
So
heard about that.
what do you think about this, Art? Because I will admit I have watched. I thought the series was funny as a hoot, especially their Nana. She's just
Right.
funny. I don't know what. But as a result of all this, Chrisley knows best. Won't be best at all because they've canceled the show.
Yes.
Any other series, with the kids, that's done. But what do you
Right.
think about this?
Well, a lot of this boils down to greed. A lot of this boils down to ignorance. You've got to realize in the world of reality stars, reality shows, these are everyday people who have been made into stars. I mean, major superstars. If I'm not mistaken, millions of dollars were made, not reported to the government, lying on how much they made, other deals and things like that. And that's not good. When you move into the realm of major star like that, you've got to have people protect you at all costs. You're in compliance and auditing. I tell people, I know a lot of people right now that if a forensic auditor was to get a hold of their company business and look at it, it would be chaos and pandemonium at least 4 companies I know for mismanagement, poor management of money, just all of that. I mean, let's look at the charter schools, urban prep here in Chicago. They've just lost their charter status because of mismanagement of money and inappropriateness. So I don't know. What do you think?
I feel they were living beyond their means.
Right.
They wanted to truly live like the Joneses, and
Uh-huh.
now they're gonna be living like truly the Chrisleys in a different house. As I said, they going to the big house, but it ain't the White House.
No, it's not. No, it's more like the pokey. It's
The
more like maybe the daddy will finally get him somebody that he should be with.
well, I was hearing that he, one of his former business partners, they had an alleged affair. So
I wouldn't be surprised.
you
I
know,
wouldn't be surprised. Now, did you see the question that Betty Jones
what did she pose?
entire sentence? That is a good question.
You were shocked. I wasn't, because the government don't like when you evade taxes. I can tell you that
Right,
now.
right,
You can commit murder, but when it comes to not filing your taxes and evade taxes, they gonna come after you. History has shown it. Al Capone,
right.
major gangster, but what they get him on? Tax evasion.
Yes, yes,
They
yes,
don't like
absolutely.
you not paying. They want their money too. Uncle Sam wants his money. So, hey
Hey, there go
Glenn,
my brother Glenn
hello.
Ellis. Hey, Glenn, good to see you, brother. Good evening. Happy Thanksgiving. It's been a while. So good to see you, Glenn. Thank you for joining us tonight. What else we got here? No, I
Okay,
was shocked they did it. Oh
I
yeah,
wasn't.
we all
I
were.
wasn't.
But yeah,
I
I,
wasn't.
I
I
look.
wasn't.
I've seen some situations. I know a man that hit the lottery really, really big. I mean,
Mhm.
so big that it just was incredible. And that man probably does not have a dime of that money right now.
And you know why that is, Art? It's the mindset. One, that's part. You must surround yourself with people who truly going to have your best interest at heart. If you don't have the proper mindset to maintain a millionaire, status, you're going to lose it.
Right,
And you got to surround yourself with people who are going to be able to protect your money.
right,
And you should
'cause-
have some advocacy yourself. Don't
right.
rely upon everybody, but you should have some knowledge about how to protect, your assets.
Yes, yeah. Because yeah, if I'm not mistaken, this person won $250,000. They were just the average everyday Joe and hit it and won $250,000. And
Well,
and you know,
after taxes, not that much.
right, right, but
Right?
still,
No, that's significant. And he was a quarter millionaire, but now he's maybe just a quarter, not.
not even a dime piece. Not
Oh.
even a dime piece.
Well,
Yes. All right, let's see. What did she say? Render unto Caesar. What is Caesar's? Did I lose you, K Renee? Look like you froze there. Okay, you
I'm
back?
here.
Okay, did
I'm
you see
back.
the comment? Did you see the?
Render under Caesar's. What is it? That's true. Under Caesar.
That's true. Very true. Very, very true. All right, darling. What else you got for us in the news?
I was really um surprised but happy to see that one of our favorite comedians, in fact I had a crush on this comedian when I was young, that he is trying to come back, and that's Sinbad. A lot of people didn't realize he had a stroke in 2020, and what I did know, after the stroke he had uh a blood clot. So when you add a blood clot on top of a stroke, it takes a while to come back. Well, it's been reported that he's fighting now to learn to walk again after 2 years, because a stroke can debilitate you. I know this for a fact because my family, my mother, my late mother, my late great aunt, my grandmother were subject to strokes. And that's why, strokes is something that you really have to be mindful of in your own health. But it just seems like he's beaten that hurdle, and he's now trying to really come back. And so it's so interesting because when I think of Sinbad, he just is larger than life, as far as his stature. And now, he's 66, and he's just,
Yes.
tell he's lost a lot of weight, but he's coming back. And so our prayers, definitely, as we celebrate Thanksgiving, I really want to extend prayers of love and healing to not only him but his family. They're because of the expensive medical costs it takes to get him back to normal. It's almost like a GoFundMe
Yes, it is.
type of
Yes,
campaign.
it is.
But
Right.
I'm hoping that people will just really come out to help. Seeing Sinbad in action, that's a bad brother. I
Yeah,
love
he
his,
is. He is. Yes. Yeah. Sinbad is really a nice guy. I've had the pleasure of being in his company several times. Just funny, witty, really. Sinbad was the fabric of our, upbringing of a society. The late 80s, early 90s, Sinbad was that man, a different world. Wasn't he on Hanging with Mr. Cooper? No, he was on. Yes, he was. He did a wonderful movie. Sinbad.
He did a couple movies. He's done a couple movies.
Yes, yes. So I hope and pray that Sinbad is able to get back on his feet, do what he needs to do, and people are able to help him. This is the time of the year of giving back. November is National Gratitude Month. So whatever you can do to help somebody else, make sure you do what's necessary. Let's see. Hey, our girl, Miss Dion Nicole Smith.
Hi,
Dion. Saw him at FAMU in college several times here in Chicago. The last at Space when he performed music with Victor Wooten. Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah, we are really concerned about Sinbad and hopes that he gets better very soon. We really, really do. Absolutely. Okay, what else is going on?
Well, I think there was a award show that happened recently on Sunday, the American Music Award. You know what? I did not see it. I saw sound bites of it. And, there's been a lot of talk on social media about a certain person who won in all her categories, Taylor Swift, which
of course. Taylor Swift.
Some were happy, some not so much.
Right.
But the fact that Lionel Richie received his Icon Award, I saw your comments about Lionel and Stevie.
Okay, first of all, let me say this. I'm a huge fan of Stevie Wonder's, but I felt as if he butchered Lionel's songs. I didn't think they were the best. I do have to give a shout out to Pink for that lovely tribute she did to Olivia Newton-John. I thought it was just incredible. I want to know who in the world does the cosmetic work for Smokey Robinson and Lionel Richie. Smokey Robinson and Lionel Richie both look like they are freshmen in college in the face. And we know damn well they both are old as Methuselah. And they both standing there looking all chiseled and tight and looking like shrunken apple heads. And you really, I just amazing to me. And then Stevie Wonder, somebody done finally told him to put a hat on his head. Did you see any braids under that hat? I think I saw one braid. I saw one lock.
I didn't see any braids when Stevie was playing. But
I think I saw one, maybe. You know, like
the only highlight. Well, I take it back. I saw two highlights. Of course, Pink when she did Olivia Newton-John, and then I saw "We Are the World," where a lot of the musical stars did that. Of course, honoring Lionel. Of course, you know the other person who co-wrote the song was no longer with us, but Lionel was. You know, you're right. He was tight, and because I know Lionel and Stevie got to be close to 70, and I know Smokey is in his 80s.
Right, so, right.
You're right, Betty. They're paying their makeup artists pretty good.
Oh yeah, they got to be. Look, Methuselah, right? They come on now. They both. I mean, come on, let's stop playing. Let's call it what it is. Great job, but Stevie Wonder, I really do figure you could have did a little something else, because Lionel Richie's songs got to have that energy, that pop, all of that, and I just felt like, okay, great job. But now here's something I did not know. Did you know Smokey Robinson was the first host of the award show when it first came out?
I did not know that.
When he said that on stage, I was very shocked. So that lets you know how old Smokey Robinson is. So that's why I'm like, right, he couldn't have been doing it as a preschooler. He had to have been a grown-ass man, or at least in his early 20s. And what was this, the 5800, Academy Award show? Right. Yeah. Well, now you knew Taylor Swift was going to win anytime she has shut down the internet trying to sell tickets. She's upset and mad that everybody did not get her tickets. I know people who were crying, their daughters, oh my God, Mom, don't get me anything else. Just got me Taylor Swift. It didn't happen. And so now I wonder, because Taylor Swift is doing 3 nights here in Chicago. June 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So I'm curious to know, will there be more shows to help accommodate the demand for Taylor Swift tickets? Who knows?
Well, see, it wasn't Taylor's fault. It was Live Nation.
Are you there? Did I lose you?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
It's not
I know it wasn't her fault, but I mean, that's why she felt bad.
Well, when you have a monopoly like Live Nation, I'm sure her people had a conversation with their people saying, look, do you know who I am? Will you accommodate the onrush is going to happen? They're like, oh yeah, Taylor, we got you. Well, look what happened.
Right. Yeah. It didn't work out like that. It did not.
And here's the deal.
All right.
But here's the deal with that. The Justice Department may be looking into Live Nation, because they can't be having a monopoly. Because if you know your history, this is what happened with Standard Oil, Chase, all these other companies. They try to be a monopoly. Government said, we ain't having that. So that's going to be an issue. Stay tuned on that.
Well, speaking of monopolies, I'm going to talk to you about another thing that's a monopoly that I think is going to be a bad idea. Betty says Smokey and the Miracles were popular when my aunt was a teen, and she's 76. I'm 62. How are you looking younger than me? Look, Betty, I just turned 57, and I felt like both of them was looking better than me. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, whatever they drinking or doing, I need to be doing as well too. But I figure that's a lot of plastic surgery, Botox, and somebody putting on some great spray paint makeup. Now I think that's the key too.
And I think they have young women. That keeps them young too.
Well, now I'm trying to keep something young in my life now. Now you know. Now. I just want young to act right. If young act right, life is gonna be real good. Right. So yes, I'm trying. Yes. Because you're right. Young does keep you funky and fresh. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh goodness.
Hello, young.
We just having fun, y'all.
Yes, we are. It's Thanksgiving weekend, and we ain't started drinking yet. Margarita, here she go. Here she go. Yep, right. Yes, honey, right. I don't want nothing
I did
old.
my drink. Wait, I did my
Look,
drinking last weekend, of which I saw. Guess what I saw last weekend?
what did you say?
Wakanda forever.
Well, you and I will have to talk about Wakanda Forever next Tuesday because I am going to see it tomorrow.
Excellent.
So we'll talk about it next Tuesday. We'll talk about Wakanda Forever next Tuesday because I'm going tomorrow. Yes, I am. Very
Very,
good. Yes, I have a Wakanda date tomorrow. All
very
right.
good.
What else we got in the news?
Well, we got to talk about a little business. We're gonna be praying for these railroads because
Yes, especially this time of year.
because if there may be a possible railroad strike,
Hmm.
and it seems like the railroad unions and management are heading back to the negotiating table. Now, y'all, let's look, and I'm serious. This is the time to pray because if they do not meet in the middle, you think about Christmas. Thanksgiving is upon us. Christmas, all them little girls and little boys, they can't be calling Santa all the time because Santa be like, look, that's why he enlists the railroads to deliver all those gifts. And if they don't get what they need, we're gonna have a hot ass mess.
Right, right, which is true because that will shut down the entire supply chain. It will also shut down commuter lines. It
That's
will
right.
shut down commuter lines in New York. It'll shut down commuter lines in Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, any of the major metropolises where trains connect and come through, especially freight and commuter rail. This will
That's
shut
right.
it all down because the freight train people own the lines that the commuter rails ride on. So
That's
yeah,
right.
right.
That's right. So, as y'all paying for that good dinner, you better pray that this strike it will be averted because
Yes,
this.
absolutely. But they
Yeah.
probably will because there's no way in the world they're gonna shut this. First of all, things are already high as hell. High as hell. I
Okay.
mean, right now, the key to shopping this Thanksgiving season, and that's what I want to talk about before we get off the air, is that you must get things that are on sale. Make sure you look at the expiration date and how long can you use and keep the item, and can you use and keep the item beyond Thanksgiving. That is the key to how that works because otherwise, this stuff is crazy. A thing of simply grapefruit juice, the normal, what is it, 59-ounce thing.
Mm-hmm.
At one store today, it was 509. 509 for a thing of simply grapefruit juice. Let's try the Minute Maid sugar free, one of my favorites. I went into a big box retailer. They had it for $2.49 a container. I went into another store immediately afterwards. They wanted $3.69 for it. Right. And here's the deal. Before this pandemic, I paid no more than $2 for it. That was high then. That was, yeah. So you've got to know your price points. You've got to know how to shop. And you got to know, do you really need it? Or here's the deal. If it's on sale, buy it in bulk and do it like that. Yeah. So no, this train thing is very serious, but I think they'll avert the strike.
Well, I know even though our president, who we want to say even happy belated birthday wishes, our
Yes.
President Joe Biden, who celebrates number 80. He turned 80
Wow.
on Sunday. He's an octogenarian. He couldn't even
Yes,
say
he
the
is.
word, but he is an octogenarian. Just celebrated his beloved granddaughter, Naomi. They had it was the 19th wedding at the White House to her now husband. And now the next day, he turns 80.
Yeah,
So
isn't that beautiful?
happy belated birthday, President Biden.
Right. He my type of dude because guess what? He said, listen, we gonna have a wedding reception, and my birthday party all in the same weekend. That way, everybody here, we save a little money, we do it, we drink, eat, have a good time. And yeah, I'm sure that's the way he said it. I'm
I'm
sure.
sure he
Yeah,
did. He
very
did.
much.
And
Yes.
he looks so happy because I believe his granddaughter Naomi, they're very close, him and Dr. Jill with
They live at the White House with
right.
the president and first lady.
Right.
Yes,
So
they
and
live there with them.
she looked beautiful. He the husband looked good, and I know they
Right.
probably were kicking it to the wee hours of the the morning. Then they had to turn around and say happy birthday to President Joe. So
That's right. But that's the way you do it when you got it like that. That's the way
that's
you do
right.
it. Very good.
That's
All right. Well, happy 80th birthday, President Joe Biden. Speaking of president, your former president announced that he is running for president again. 2024. He said he is running for president. Y'all better get ready. He is ready to do it. And so what do you think of that? That was your guy.
Oh no, he was never my guy.
Right.
Never my guy. Let me just say this. For him to run, whether or not he'll have the full support of the Republican Party remains to be seen. He's in a lot of doo-doo right now, and he doesn't even recognize that. The only thing that may be his saving grace, Elon Musk reinstated his Twitter account, which, I don't know how cool that is, because everybody named Mama who leaving Twitter.
And that's something I want to talk to you about too. Continue with that, but let's talk about Twitter next.
But to answer your question, now that he's running, he's going to have some stiff competition. I believe Ron DeSantis, he killed his competitor for his title at being governor of Florida. I suspect he crushed him. He's going to run for president. I see it there similarly to when Barack was running. There's going to be an unknown Republican that people are just going to just go to. I feel that may happen. And so 45 last day is truly a number, because I guarantee you the Attorney General for New York, Miss Letitia James, she's coming for him.
Yes.
The Supreme Court can't even save him. Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
We started talking about him and the system went crazy. See, that Big Brother listening. Right, Big Brother listening, honey. They watching this show. Listen, he'll say that it's a witch hunt. He'll say it's foolery. He'll try to do all that. Ain't that something that our system acted up since we started talking about this? I done paid my bill. Y'all leave me alone. Go ahead. Yes.
But as I said, Letitia, even the Supreme Court, they don't have his back. Because those documents that he took when he left the White House, they're coming for him. And so he doesn't really understand that. But he's a Gemini. What do you expect?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't let Geminis have it. No, you didn't let the Geminis.
Now all Geminis not like that.
No, you didn't let the Geminis have it, baby.
Not all Geminis are like that, but
put your claws up, girl. You just let the Geminis have it. You just all over the Geminis.
Geminis have that duality type of personality.
They do. They absolutely do. I agree with you on that. All right. Anything else we need to talk about?
Well, we talking about, we were talking about Elon Musk and this Twitter stuff. I really feel Elon has really overstepped his bounds. I was so proud of the former employees of Twitter, because he gave ultimatum and the employees said, F you do, we're out. And he's lost so much money in advertising revenue. A lot of companies said, deuces, we're out. And I don't know where this authoritarian dictatorship mentality is coming from, but how's it working for you, Elon?
Right.
How's it working for you? Because I have Twitter. I don't use my Twitter account. I may disable my Twitter account, especially if 45 get back on them, like, oh, we're done.
This show is actually broadcasted via Twitter. I do have quite a few people who watch this show via Twitter. So the question is to delete or not to delete Twitter. Is the question. Should I, of course, this is a vehicle in which people do watch the show, enjoy the show. I know one young lady only watches the show via Twitter because she's of that age range where this is it for her socially. But that's a question that I have to debate and ask myself. I've seen quite a few people say they are deleting their Twitter account, things like that. I mean, I don't know. What do you think about it?
Given, especially as I said, if 45 gets go back on Twitter, I don't really use Twitter a lot now. I used to, and when I post my social media posts for Karen's Nuggets, it's like, for instance, LinkedIn. It's linked to my Twitter account. but I don't use it as a primary source for posting.
Right.
So, I just feel that Elon is just being very impulsive in his decision making. He could really use his platform for good, and he turns out to use it for something crazy. So, I know there are a lot of people who utilize Twitter and it works for them.
Yeah.
For me, I could take it or leave it.
Yes. Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people who use Twitter really for not good. They use it for evil, and I have a problem with that.
Yeah. I'm like you. It's not like I just reach for and go, ooh, let me tweet somebody.
Exactly.
Like I've tweeted an airline one time when I had a problem. I had a roadside assistance issue that I tweeted, but this was a long time ago when people were responding right away. Oh my God, you mentioned me in a tweet. You
a tweet.
That's how long it's been. Right. You mentioned me in a tweet, you twit. So I mean, that's how long it's been. So I mean, I'm with you. Other than that, this show is streamed via Twitter. To me, that's just many more eyeballs watching people, that type of thing. But no, I'm not a person that runs to Twitter to, do all of that. No.
And it'll be interesting to see if Elon has learned his lesson, because I guarantee you,
Hey, Crystal.
It'll be interesting to see, because if he hasn't learned his lesson, if a lot of advertisers say, deuces Twitter.
Right.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Kay Renee. The news has been great this evening, and it really has. Well, as you guys all know, we're exactly 2 days away from Thanksgiving 2022, and I'm here to talk to you guys a little bit about things you can do for Thanksgiving. We kind of gave some tips earlier. For those of you all that are preparing the big bird, the turkey, you should have taken that turkey out of the freezer by now. For every 10 pounds of turkey, you should give it a day or so to defrost. Remember, to defrost the turkey, you need to put it within your refrigerator to defrost it. If you do need to defrost it quicker or a different method than your refrigerator, because my refrigerator, I've got to do a massive clean out tonight to be able to get things in there for the meal. You can also submerge the frozen turkey in a cold water bath, but you've got to change the water every 30 minutes until the turkey has completely thawed out. So if you want to go the old-fashioned method, that's the way you can go to do it. Now, another way of cooking a turkey that might be easier for people if you're very intimidated by cooking turkeys, I put mine in the oven. I do mine in a oven bag, so that it stays juicy. I marinate my turkey. Some people brine their turkeys. I don't necessarily brine my turkey as much as I season it, put it in that bag, and then I put things like lemons, oranges, carrots, celery, onion in the cavity of the turkey, and that way that adds moisture. And then I'm actually doing jerk turkey this year. So I'll be doing a butter rub that will have jerk in it.
Oh, that sounds tasty.
Yeah, yes. And then another thing that you can do to help cook that turkey, if you guys have any confusion about it, spatchcock the turkey. Now, do you know what spatchcocking the turkey means?
I do not know. Please tell us.
Right. So to spatchcock a turkey is to cut the back of the turkey, where you're able to open the turkey. So you'd be cutting along that backbone, not the breast portion, but the backbone. Once you cut that out of the turkey, you open it and lay it flat so that it can cook like that. And then make sure you have a meat thermometer. You want your turkey to cook to 165 degrees internally, if I'm not mistaken, on how to cook that turkey. Okay. But you do, if you're afraid to cook the big bird, you're not necessarily sure, you can spatchcock that. Oh, thank you, Crystal. I got it right. See there? Yes. Spatchcock anything is good. Yes. Right. Spatchcock a human is good. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Janet.
Hi, Dr. Janet.
We love you, Dr. Janet. Yes. Oh, Crystal said they do fried turkeys.
Okay.
I'm afraid of fried turkeys unless I had an electric turkey fryer because I've just seen too many crazy videos of people in the turkeys. You got to know what you're doing with that. You do. Crystal has a question. Are you making any of your wonderful sweet potato pies?
Now, Crystal, it's funny you mentioned that because I had not baked my sweet potato pies in over a year, and I had not planned on doing it, but I'm going to share this story. I was out this past weekend getting my nails done. I was walking to a boutique market up north. And as I entered in, I felt my mother and my grandmother's presence. And I was looking at the sweet potatoes. And I could hear my mom saying, you want to do this. Go ahead and get them. So all that to say, I'm not baking a lot of sweet potato pies, but I am going to bake a few just to continue. We talk about traditions. That is a tradition that I always do. And it always, whenever I bake those pies, I'm really just infused with love doing it. So to answer your question, Crystal, all that to say, yes, I'm not baking a lot, but I am going to bake a few pies for the holiday.
Oh, very nice. Joel had sweet potatoes on sale, 19 cents a pound. So yeah, because actually we're gonna make candy yams for our celebration. So yes,
Okay.
very good.
Yes.
Okay, very, very good. Well, wish you the best on that. Also, ladies and gentlemen, another thing to do if you're having people over for Thanksgiving dinner and you're not necessarily sure if you got enough food or if your food choices are going to be enough, think about serving your guests a great charcuterie board before the meal. A charcuterie board could be cheese slices, it could be cheese wheels, cheese balls, it could be various different types of meats, whether cured meats, luncheon meats. You could put out crackers, small breads, grainy mustards are really good. You could do fresh berries like raspberries, blueberries, blackberries. You could do a honey drizzle. A great goat cheese log would be great. And then, oh, wait a minute. That is so funny. Right. Charcuterie board. Yes, charcuterie board. I know somebody to call it charcuterie board. Yeah, no, it's the charcuterie board. Yes. Y'all thought I couldn't. I can. I'm that dude. I'm that gangster. Charcuterie.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
honey.
right.
Charcuterie. Yes. Charcuterie. I can hear now somebody naming their child charcuterie. Yes. So sit out a charcuterie board. That way people don't. And since Dr. Janet Seabrook is watching us tonight, we want to remind you guys, vegetables, vegetables, vegetables.
Yes.
You could do the mini peppers. You could do broccoli crowns. You could cut up zucchini, cucumber, squash. You can put them on there. You could also do jicama. You could do different. You could do grilled asparagus, but make a great charcuterie board. That way, people are eating, getting something in them, and they not gorging on your Thanksgiving meal because that's all people do. They just keep, gorging on it. Right, just piling on that. And that Thanksgiving meal is a little heavy if you think about it. Question: Are you a stuffing or dressing person?
I love my dressing.
I do too. Are you a cornbread dressing? Do you put any kind of meat in your dressing, or do you just do?
Of course.
Oh, do you see? I don't put meat. I just do the cornbread dressing.
I was taught by one of the best chefs around, my mother.
So wait, what do you put in there? Chicken, turkey, or something? Because I just do cornbread dressing, and I let my meat be the. You know what I'm saying?
I put in dressing. This is what I do. Of course, you get the cornbread, the Pepperidge Farm dressing, right? Put the celery, onions, bell peppers. You cut them up in small pieces. You cook that separately. You boil the chicken gizzards separately. When they're really tender and taste good, you put all that in, chicken broth, sage, all that good stuff in. Yep. That's right. My mom taught me that. So I haven't made dressing in a long time, Art, but I know how to make it if I need to.
Okay, all right. So Dr. Janet Seabrook said dressing. She agrees with us. Crystal did say one of my favorites. Now, Crystal, I'll make the seafood dressing for Christmas. That'll be for Christmas. Okay. But for Thanksgiving, it'll be like this. I'm with Dr. Seabrook. It'll be cornbread, no meat, I have vegetarians at my table. Yeah, see, in my cornbread dressing, it is like you said, the Holy Trinity. It is the onions, peppers, celery. I do the cornbread. I do a cream of celery soup. I even may do a cream of mushroom soup. You know what I'm saying? But I leave that the way it is. And of course, with chicken stock and, or turkey stock, I've even done that. But like she said, if you got vegetarians at the table, you could do a nice vegetable stock. It's all about that onion, that garlic, that flavor. And here's what really, to me, kicks up dressing is to put some of the Creole seasoning in it. So, so whether it's the Tony's, oh yeah, I season mine with Creole seasoning. Anything that's Cajun, Creole, that type of thing, and that's what makes gives that cornbread dressing the. Now, here's a question that Crystal asked: eggs or no eggs in your dressing?
I don't put eggs in.
I put eggs in my dressing.
I don't put eggs in my dressing.
I do because I want it to bind up. I want it to cook all up. I put eggs in my dressing. Okay. No, here's Dr. Janet Seabrook. She says cream of celery, cream of mushroom, and veggie stock. Yep, that's exactly what I do.
Something new every day.
Right. Yep. And then she what she say here? Yeah, that's the Cajun season, the Tony. Okay. Yes.
Now let's talk about my favorite, which I'm gonna be making as soon as we end this show.
What?
Potato salad.
Oh, okay. So what's your potato salad? See, I ain't gonna lie. I cheat when it comes to potato salad. I go buy.
I make my mother's favorite potato salad.
Okay.
I mash them potatoes up. Miracle Whip, onions, sweet gherkins, not pickles, sweet gherkins, sugar, mustard, eggs, and then touch of paprika.
Oh, yeah. I hate to say this, but once I got grown and started out on my own and found out people made damn good potato salad, they come in containers, and I had a little money and could afford it, I buy potato salad. I do. That's just what coleslaw, potato salad. Those are things. Like if it's regular, like if I'm doing Asian coleslaw, I'll make it myself. But when it comes to, I'll be like, child, just let's put this. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you. When I was younger, this is what I would do.
Crystal, I agree, but I'm gonna tell you who has really good potato salad too. Is Myers.
Really?
Myers. Amish potato salad will make you punch somebody in the face. That's why I'm like, Myers has great. Yeah,
I'm used to my mother's. I grew up with it because anytime when she would make potato salad, she'd make it one day. The next day it would be gone, and I get whoopings because I would eat the damn potato salad.
Okay, yeah.
She was like, look, she's like, look, if you're going to do this, I'm going to have to show you how to make it. And that's how I started making the potato salad.
Okay. Me too, from scratch. Yes, K. Renee, that's the one, but I don't always use relish or gherkins. Yeah.
I always use gherkins. Yeah, sweet gherkins.
Okay, well, let me see. I think that's the same potato salad recipe. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I am having turkey dressing, macaroni and cheese, greens. I cooked the greens and froze them already.
Okay.
What else am I having? Oh, beef tenderloin. No, beef sirloin. Yes. Okay. And what else are we having? Sweet potatoes. And that's it, I think. And maybe, a salad or something like that.
And that's enough.
I know. And I'm only doing it to do the macaroni and cheese. I got to make some macaroni and chease.
You make some good macaroni and cheese.
Well, thank you. I got to. Yes. Macaroni and cheese.
And few people I know make good macaroni and cheese. There's one person in my family who's no longer with us. Woo, she make macaroni and cheese so good, Art, you want to truly shoot somebody. I remember when I was 5 years old and tasted this woman's macaroni and cheese. She lived in Texas. Anytime she make it, I was like, can we take this back to Chicago? But she made the best macaroni and cheese I've ever tasted. I haven't really had that good of a macaroni and cheese.
And macaroni and cheese, you all, has to be baked. It has to be baked.
Exactly.
Honey,
Not
don't
cooked.
bring me no other macaroni and
That's
cheese
right.
that ain't baked. You bring me macaroni
right.
and cheese, got to be baked. I
That's
want to
right.
see it baked. No other way. Oh, and do not serve me cornbread dressing without cranberry sauce.
You
Please,
know, that's funny.
please.
I've not grown up with eating cranberry sauce. Can you believe that?
What? Oh, girl,
My
you
mom
can't eat
never would
dressing
make
without cranberry sauce, huh?
That was something. Hey, she did between the black eyed peas. She made chitlins once every blue and literally blue moon. Black eyed peas, greens, macaroni and cheese, turkey, dressing. Sometimes she would make mashed potatoes, but most of the time she would, sweet potato pie and a potato salad. That was enough. She didn't put no. She wasn't a cranberry sauce person, so I didn't grow up with cranberry sauce.
Are you kidding me? Matter of fact,
serious.
two people have given me cans of cranberry sauce this week because they know. And I was like, girl, don't pull it. I done already bought cranberry sauce. I saw it. It was on sale. I saw they had it. I grabbed it and I got cans of it. So they was like, oh, I got the cranberry sauce because they know how much I like cranberry sauce. Okay. So Dr. Janet Seabrook said, I know them greens going to be fire. Yes. Kale, collards, cabbage, spinach. I did mixed greens and a little mustard green in there. Yes.
All
okay.
Right.
Let's see. What did she say? Jelly cranberry sauce only. Yes. Or whole. I'll eat the whole. Absolutely. Okay. So here's $1 million question. Do you put eggs in your macaroni and cheese?
Yes.
I do too. Crystal, we need to know your answer, but I put eggs in my macaroni and cheese.
I do as well.
Yeah, I do too. I think it just gives it more of a custardy.
It does.
Yeah, so I do.
And then you bake it and put that cheese,
yes.
Oh God, it just melts.
I do heavy cream.
Yes.
I salt and pepper it, put garlic in it. Okay, so now here's Crystal. She said no eggs in her macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, right. I put eggs in mine.
Yeah, sorry, me too.
Love you, but sorry about that.
Yeah, me too. That's all right. It's a matter of opinion. Yeah. I make cranberry sauce, but I open a can for some fat. Yes, because I do. I love fresh, Doc. I do, but then I also, who has a great cranberry? They kind of call it a relish or whatever. But what's the place that you could go and get the roast chicken dinners? It's one in Boston Market.
Boston Market. Okay.
They have a great cranberry relish, as they call it. It's really good. Yes. Nice. All right. Let's take this last comment and then we're going to do the other. The real boiled fresh cranberries on the stove, then refrigerated. That's a lot of work too, child. I'm telling you. Once I got out of my mama house, it's things that I'd be like, I got a little money. Let's put that. Yeah, let's go on and get that. Right. Like Sam's Club has a great already made potato salad. I mean, right. Same way with fried chicken wings. I have not cooked a fried chicken wing in my house. I'm
trying. I haven't cooked fried chicken since I was married. Now you know how long that's been.
Yes. Okay. So Dr. Janet Seabrook, she says, wait. She says, no, but I do make a bechamel sauce. I do too. I do. I do bechamel. I do, but I also put eggs in that once they're all.
We're coming to your house, Dr. Janet.
Right, we are. Yes. Okay, so Crystal says Costco has great chicken salad. I'm going to go one better. Walmart has a great chicken salad.
Okay.
About $12, almost $13 for maybe 2 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
It is the best damn chicken salad. And how I learned about it was via TikTok. People were kind of tasting, eating it. And I was like, let me try it. I bought a small container, ate the whole small container. It was great. It was excellent. It was really, really good. Yes, I know bechamel does not have eggs. No, it does not, because then that would be a custard. But once I mix everything together, I put my, more cream in there to make it creamier. I put sour cream in there. I may even beat the eggs up in the sour cream. All right, I'll let y'all know how it all comes out. Okay. All right. Well, we've talked to everybody. I'm hungry now. See, now I made Asian stir fry to carry me through to Thursday.
Okay. Well, I gotta make my potato salad after we get off the air. So
yes. Okay. All right. Right. Okay. So wait a minute. Let's see what she said real quick. She said, yes, they use the rotisserie chickens in the salad. Yeah. Yeah. Same way at Costco or Walmart. Yes. Let's see what she said.
Family.
Going out to dinner. Yes. All right, Tam. Oh, and Tamlin, thank you so much for my wonderful birthday gift. I love you, Tamlin. I appreciate you. I was going to send you a private message. It's just been crazy, but thank you, Tamlin. You are amazing. I love you. I really do. That was beautiful, darling. Thank you. Have you had my chicken salad?
I have not, Dr. Janet.
Yeah, we gonna have to do your cooking show. Yeah, we ready. We ready to do it. Absolutely. Let me see. Well, I'm going to pick my greens. College.
We coming over your house too, Dr. Betty. We coming to your house, Betty.
Wait, so here's the crazy thing. So they now are selling greens by bunches.
I know.
Versus pounds.
I know.
I was lucky enough to catch my greens on sale last week for 99 cents a pound. But now because of this economy, they're selling them like 99 cents a bunch. And the bunch ain't that many. That's why you have to get a bag full of them. Yeah, everything's such a ripoff. Oh, Crystal's making her famous yeast rolls. Her family yeast rolls are the bomb.
Okay.
Yep, yeah, we're going to have to get some of her rolls too. They are very good.
Absolutely.
We love you, Dr. Seabrook. All right, well, we got to run, ladies and gentlemen, because we got to pick greens. Yes. I got to have fresh linen on my bed. Yes. Yeah, all of that. All right, let's do Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge for Thanksgiving. Go right ahead.
Well, this is Live Your Truth Tuesday, but this is very simple. Be stronger than your excuses, y'all. Again, Live Your Truth Tuesday. # stay strong in your goals.
Oh, that sounds good. How you do that, K. Renee?
Stay strong.
Stay strong. Stay powerful. Yes, that's what you do. I'm gonna go see Wakanda tomorrow. Yes,
that's right. Stay strong. That's right.
Keep them cheeks tight. Yeah, very good. Very good. Yes. All right.
Before we go though,
yes.
Locally, there's a local network anchor that he is retiring after today.
Yes, he is.
Krzyzewski, we love you. I grew up with you. After 40 years, he is signing off. Tonight will be his last broadcast at 10 p.m. We love you, Alan, and congratulations on your next chapter.
I will be watching tonight because I do want to see him say goodbye. I love when people say goodbye on air like that. He, not my normal station, but I will watch him tonight at 10 o'clock just to say good night and goodbye to Mr. Krzyzewski. Yes, absolutely. Yes, very good. Yes, Crystal, you're absolutely right. Chitlins are expensive now. They are very expensive. So if anybody's going to make some chitlins and, when I was at that radio station, I said one time on the air, I said, boy, I could really use some good chitlins. Do you know people brought me chitlins to an event and was handing me Tupperwares of chitlins? And no, I'm not. And I just remember my mother saying to me, boy, remember, you can't eat everybody's chitlins.
That's right.
You don't know how they done prepared them chitlins.
That's right.
You seen me looking at them bowls of chitlins like, damn, lady, I don't know you. I appreciate you really, but I did. The one lady whose chitlins were the best was the chitlin lady. This lady was famous for her chitlins, and she even sold chitlin dinners during the holiday. But everybody else was handing me them little margarine bowls, them little Tupperware bowls, and I was like, honey, I don't know where your chitlins been, lady. I don't. Yeah, I love chitlins too. I love them. Yes, I do. Betty Jones, we love you so very much. Have a wonderful day, darling. We love you. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll be back next Tuesday. What do you say, Crystal? She said,
they smell ain't good. She right.
Yeah. But period. Yeah. And I'm able to cook them and you don't even smell them.
That again, you're a fabulous cook, so I expect that.
Thank you, darling. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I usually cook chitlins on Christmas Eve, but they too high to cook now.
I know
All
that's
right.
right.
For more information about my wonderful friend, please visit Karen'sNuggetsOfKnowledge.com. Karen'sNuggetsOfKnowledge.com. That's where you can find out more information about her. I want to remind you guys that if you could, this is the giving season, and it is the month of gratitude. As you guys all know, I'm a team member over at Guest House Chicago, one of my favorite places now to be. I just love my crew over at Guest House Chicago, as well as all the great people who stay there. The wonderful Coleman Foundation is matching donations. If you donate $175 to Guest House, the Coleman Foundation will match it with $175. So for more information on how you can give, please go to guesthousechicago.org, guesthousechicago.org. That would be really nice. We do some amazing things for the people who come in contact with us. And it's all about just helping people in a really critical time, a time of needing somebody to be there. When I was going through my struggle, I really wish I had known about someplace like Guest House, because it would have helped me tremendously in so many different ways. So I'm honored to be there to give back to other people. So again, want to remind you guys that if you can give and have something to give, if you give $175, the Coleman Foundation will match that $175. Okay. It's guesthousechicago.org, guesthousechicago.org. I got to get up and get into bed so I can get up and go to work for a few hours tomorrow. I do. I'm getting used to that. Okay. Yes. Let me get our last minute comments. What do we have here? Oh, we love you too. Good night, Dr. Janet Seabrook. We appreciate you.
Good night, Dr. Janet.
We love you, Crystal. We appreciate you. Yes. And Crystal says, nice to push for charitable contributions before. Yep. This will be a great tax write-off, you guys. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, Dr. Janet Seabrook. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you to everybody who has been a part of tonight's show. Tamlin, I love you. Marguerite, thank you. Tiffany, we appreciate you. Just everybody who hung out with us tonight. Huh?
Mr. Glenn from Philly.
Yes, Mr. Glenn from Philly. He's a great guy. All right, Kay Renee, have a beautiful, wonderful Thanksgiving. I love you, darling. It's been amazing. We appreciate you guys. For encore shows, please visit therealchatdaddy.com. You can also go to Facebook, YouTube. Like and subscribe to the show. It helps us out a great deal. Let me put my website up here real quick before we get out of here. I'm looking forward to resting for a couple of days. I'm tired.
I know that's right.
Yes, please visit my website when you guys get a minute. That's all you have to do. We love you guys. Have a wonderful night. Good night. Be safe, beautiful people. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you guys next Tuesday night. Bye. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Real Chat Daddy Show.